Jailer Rock, and we are here with another Transformer Tuesday, and here I have the Transformer Studio Series 86 Voyager class 1986 Junkheap, and you can see that it's from the movie, and I really love these. The Junkions, I was all for that. I was a huge fan of them as a kid when I first saw the movie, and ever since. And you know, here on Percent Off Collector, it's all about those bargains. So, like, for instance, I've been seeing this figure going for $30+. At the time of this recording on Amazon, it's $30. Actually $29.90, and it actually has a mini sale. Look what I got mine for, player. $17.99, because Ross is how you do it. I went to Ross, and if you've seen some of my toy hunt videos, you'll actually see where I picked this up. And this has been sitting patiently for me to actually get to doing a video on it, so here it is. So if you like these type of videos, every Tuesday is going to be a Transformer unboxing. Watch my trailer if you're worried about me running out of content. You'll see that ain't happening. So make sure you subscribe, like, all that good stuff. But let's get to opening this. I like on the side here of this box, you got some cool little artwork. You got the 86 for the year for the movie, and you have the different steps to transform it. And this will be the actual first bike that I have. Oh no, actually no, because I have an RC that turns into a bike, so I guess it'd be the second that I have. But I don't. This is the only Junkion I have, so I am excited. So without further ado, let's get this thing open. I did see that it has a backdrop, but I'm not, you know, I may keep the backdrop, but I'm not worried about keeping the box or anything like that. I'm not that kind of collector, unless it's, the only thing I keep is like the G1 reissue boxes, and eventually I'll get rid of those too if they take up too much space. But here's the little backdrop that comes with it as well. So I do like that. I remember with my Coronation Starscream, they have that too. So that is cool. So here he is in the plastic. Well, I guess it's not plastic. It'd be cardboard prison, because he's only just wrapped up with these ties. So I just have my scissors out here. So let's snap this guy out and free him so we can check him out. And then you have his axe down here as well. This one's gotta be a little more intricate with, there we go, gotcha. Alright, so, don't forget the wheels on the back of this. Very important. Alright, so we don't need that anymore. Oops, I actually knocked over one of the lights, but it's okay. We got backup lights just for that occasion. Alright, so this is what he's looking like. And again, this is, I'm geeking out because I've been chasing after this guy. I've had him on my Amazon wish list, but you know me, as a Percent Off collector, it has to be on a sale. I'm not one that just buys it. I know that there's a risk that it can go out of stock or something like that. I get that, but I'm all about the bargains. So the fact that I got something that I really wanted, and I got it for $17.99, and it's new. You know, the box took some little damage, but I don't care about that. Is really great. So I love the color schemes, and I love, one of the things I liked about the Junkions is that they allowed them to play around with just crazy put together pieces. It's not super sleek. It does look like it was built together with different pieces. Even the color choices that they use is something that I think is awesome. The browns, I mean, you see this kind of yellow, it looks like something that would be in a junkyard. And then you got some reds and stuff to give it that brightness. I like the spikes, you know, that gives you that ruggedness look to it, like, hey, you know, this is not something to play with, you know, almost like, you know, if you're in a junkyard, there's something rusty or something that can hurt you. And of course you have like the feet, the more gray mixing with the brown. So overall I think it's great. So let's talk articulation. So first you can move around the feet, so that's cool. It allows you to set up good posings for standing and things like that. It bends at the knee, goes a little bit back too, so you see you can get a little back step or forward on the knee. So on the hip, you got the turn, so that's always sweet to get more poses. And then now you have his transformation here, so I mean if you lift this up, then you can kind of do this with the leg, but in this form where the sides are down here on the sides, then it's really more of like an up and then all the way back motion. So again, still not bad. Still with the waist, almost go all the way around. So that's nice. And then when we move up to the hands, so you can rotate the fists all the way around. And then even though going in is part of the transformation, you can kind of like play around with it, but there's no other bend here at the wrist. For the elbow, you can turn like around the bicep area, and then you can bend forward even though you not super far. So you can see that's how far you get on the bend. And then on the back end, you can bend, actually it looks like a little bit farther back on it. And then as far as the shoulders, you can rotate around. You got this little thing, his handlebars in the back that kind of block it, but you're able to move up, and that could be part of transformation as well. I'm not so sure, but you can move a good range of motion of both the arms. And then the head, you can turn it around. Again, he has like the horns and the handlebars up here, so it's like it kind of can hit back here on the little glass, well, plastic, but you know what I'm saying. And then you can point up and then slightly down, but it makes sense with his chest here. You're not going to be able to go super down. So, and then here on the back, you can see basically that's part of the transformation, the gas tank area for the bike and all of that. So I have to say that this is looking pretty sweet in robot mode. Alright, so here he is with his accessories on. So as you can see, you can put both wheels basically on his arms, and it's almost like having a shield. Now, one thing about the actual axe is that you want to push it all the way in, because the lower handle, if you just like barely put it into his fist, it'll pop out. But you have to kind of push it a little bit down so that he'll hold it correctly. But once you do, it looks sweet. And I just think that overall in this profile mode that he looks really awesome, because again, I just like the rugged nature, the rough nature, even the axe itself. It just looks like you don't want to mess with this guy. This guy has lived a hard life and will take you out if you start some static. So now we're going to show you what he looks like in his vehicle mode. Of course, I am terrible at transforming, so I'm going to transform him and then come back and show you what it looks like. Alright, and here he is transformed. And once again, I have to thank EMGo 316 because that's who I go to see those transformations. So you got to go over there and check out that channel for as far as transformations and videos. It's really awesome. I love the way he simply quickly shows how to transform things, and it takes so much time off of how long you would do if I did it myself just using the instructions. It would have probably been like an hour, but with him it was literally like 10 minutes, and that's only because I still was fumbling even with his great advice. But here is the bike mode, and I just love it. Again, it looks rugged, and look, I even checked to make sure that I was doing it right, because like there's parts that you see gaps and stuff, but no, that's actually how it's supposed to be. And honestly, I like that, because again, it's not supposed to be like a perfectly put together bike. It's supposed to be like, hey, we put this together out of junk so that we could get going. But that does not mean it still doesn't look sweet. And I just think that, like, look at it, like even the wheel and stuff. I mean, maybe I have it a little off on the wheel, possibly, but it's supposed to be like this, because I looked at different pictures, including EMGo 316, and see how it looked on his page, on his channel, and that's how it looks. Now, I'll say that it rolls really well. I mean, look at that. Look at that spin. And the same thing with the back tire. I also like that you can put this on the back here. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be, is it supposed to be underneath? No. I don't know if that's official, but it fits there, and I just think that looks sweet too. So, oh, and before I forget, So you have these kickstands that you can push back, that you can put it down. So, because otherwise it would fall on its own, or kind of like on the side like that. But I mean, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. This fell out, so it maybe doesn't actually go there. But it rolls really well considering with the spikes and everything. I think that you know, you could actually get some good rolling there. But I do love the fact that it included these. So to get these open, you just open it from down here, just pull these back. I was actually pushing it the other way like an idiot. So with that, then you're able to mount it down really well like that. So I just have to say that I love this. This is another one where in both modes it looks sweet. I love how you have like the little containers here on the side. This was like his waste container. I just love the glass, even like the little display here. You know, you get a little something there, and I think that it's pretty good. Like, I mean, you look underneath it, it's not even, it still matches. Like it looks well hidden and well put together. So I have to say that this was definitely well worth it. I mean, it looks like just a sweet and just wicked looking bike and a wicked looking robot. So it's definitely a great and happy addition to my collection. And there he is. And I gotta say, this has been just one of the ones that makes me happy altogether, because not only is this one of the lines that I really, really like, it's also the fact that I was able to get it at Ross for $18, and there was only one there, and I was able to grab it. And I've been back to Ross a couple of times and I haven't seen it at all, so I'm really happy, especially considering I still see it $30+ all over the place. So this definitely gets my seal of approval. If you like this character, I mean, I'd pick it up for $29, to be honest with you. I mean, that's about, I'd say, $5 less than I've seen it at a bunch of other places. Sometimes you see other sellers on Amazon selling it for like maybe $27, $28. I haven't really seen it cheap without it being used, and even used I've seen it $20 higher and higher used on eBay. So nah, I'm happy that I got this from Ross used. So that's why it's always good to check places like Ross and stuff like that, because you never know what you'll find. But if you like these videos, we have tons of Transformers unboxings every Tuesday, and we have a lot more. I have a huge backlog to go through, and not to mention, if I find a bargain, I'm going to add to it. So you don't have to worry about running out of content. But make sure you hit that sub, like, hit that notification, because I have videos coming out 5 days a week. Honestly, I even got shorts coming on the weekend, so it's really like 7 days a week. I'm hard working, and this is a side thing. I got other jobs, so I got a lot of stuff. So again, thank you so much for spending time with me, geeking out with this awesome Transformers. And until next time, remember our motto: no discount, no deal. Catch you next time.